What's good, everybody? I'm excited to be back. I appreciate you all for tuning in today to my episode of the 5 books that everybody should read in their lifetime. This series is more so for personal improvement related books that you can read to, help improve yourself on a daily basis. These books are to transform your mindset, habits, and confidence. But the one thing about learning is you need to make sure that you're utilizing the knowledge that you're learning. So today we're just going to kind of go through these books, give a quick breakdown, and who this book would benefit. So let's get started. We can learn from people, we can learn from experiences, but what better than to learn from others' experiences, right? We can't live all these lives at once, but you can by reading. By reading, you're able to pick up somebody's life. You're able to pick up what they've learned through 30, 40 years of life. You're able to pick up what they've learned from their perspective of life or from where they're at in the world, right? You're able to learn from all different types of people all across the world. That's why reading is so important. They help you grow, right? Emotionally, mentally, and financially. Starting with, yourself emotionally and mentally, being able to build up yourself through these books, applying what you're learning through these books, right? Even reading one of these books or reading for 5 minutes a day can drastically shift your mindset and unlock clarity. When you learn, you just need to apply what you learn. If you read for 5 minutes and you're able to learn one thing and apply that in that day, and you're able to constantly do that, by the time that year is up, you done learned 365 new things. You've done improved 365 ways, finding a way to improve day by day. And that's the goal with self-improvement, really. Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is about building habits that actually stick, right? Focusing on systems, not goals, right? So I want to release a book, but no, I'm going to set this time in the day from 8 to 10 every single day, non-negotiable, that I am spending on this project, right? Focusing on building systems, right? Not just setting these goals. So what this book teaches is that small habits compound over time to create massive change. The author gives actionable steps to build great habits, break bad ones, and design systems that make success inevitable. If you want to increase your productivity, health, mindset, or life in general, this book is probably for you. Especially for those who want to break bad habits or create new ones. Next off, we got the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So this is really a personal growth / leadership book. It really helps with the long-term thinking, right? The discipline, the self-awareness. Success starts with your character. The author outlines the timeless principles like being proactive, starting with the end in mind, and seeking first to understand before being understood. And if you don't understand that, it's a book you need to get into. This book is really for those who are leaders, students, professionals, or anyone looking to live within more integrity, more purpose, and also to increase their long-term effectiveness. And we got The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. You can't care about everything. It's important to be able to embrace these limitations, pain, because discomfort leads to a more grounded and meaningful life. Let's just be honest. If you comfortable being comfortable, there's not much you striving for. There's not much that you pushing for. What are you going to get being comfortable? You got to be uncomfortable. This book is really about becoming mentally stronger, overcoming traumas, or to get inspired to never quit, especially for those high performers and things like that. But it's definitely something that you need if a lot of things just get to you and you let a lot of things get to you, man. This is a book you need to check out so you can start to build that emotional resilience and things like that and start to embrace these challenges and the hard things. And that's the main thing. Is a lot of times we look at these challenges like they're just so draining and so bad for us, but we don't look at the blessing in disguise. We don't look how great these challenges and adversity is, man, and how great adversity is for us, because we learn more during our losses than our wins. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, man, about mental toughness and resilience. David Goggins is a great guy, Navy SEAL, very, very tough guy, mentally tough guy, runs marathons, things like that. The man's done a lot, wrote books, but really he pushes you to realize how much you are truly capable of. Have you ever sat down and did a workout and Yeah, you might be able to get like 20 push-ups in. But you didn't know that you were truly capable of doing times 5 that. I could sit down and say, oh, I could get like 30, 40 push-ups right now. But if I was really, really pushed to my furthest limits, I know I could hit over 100 push-ups right now. And it's just how it is, right? So if you're feeling stuck, soft, or tired of making excuses, like, this is a book like that is for you. You should read this if you're a parent, a teacher, really anybody who's kind of going through it, and feels like that they're just not living up to their true potential. Next, we have Mindset by Carol Dweck. This really hones in on the 2 different types of mindsets, the fixed and growth mindsets. Success comes from believing that you can grow and improve, not from thinking that you're naturally gifted or limited in some type of way. This book should be read by anyone who wants to shift those limiting beliefs or just become a better person overall. Stronger mentally, right? And last one, we got Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or whatever. This was the first self-improvement book that I read, and I think that it's a great book because it really puts money, finances, education, everything into perspective for you. Debunks all these lies that we've been told about money or just how we think about money. Financial education is key. In this book, he contrasts his his rich dad and his poor dad to explain how the wealthy think different about money, assets, and financial freedom. Anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur, or if you're young, I honestly recommend this book for you for sure. Or if you're just tired of living paycheck to paycheck and you want something new for yourself, want to get into investing, want to get into real estate, this is the starter book. We pretty much covered the top 5 books that I think are beneficial to start reading when you first get into your self-improvement journey and things like that. You don't need to read them all at once. Pick one and go deep, right? Get a book and just read a few pages and go deep. It's not about reading fast. It's not about finishing the book. A lot of times you'll finish these books and you ain't finished the book. The Power of Now is a book I left off this, which teaches you about living in the moment. And it's a book that I've had to go through multiple times because every single time I went through The Power of Now, I was able to gain new knowledge, new understanding, new information. These books are things that you could keep opening on a day-by-day basis and just keep that continuous learning going. So without further ado, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And for everybody that's really trying to work on themselves and become the best version of themselves, keep tuning in. We gonna keep dropping these videos, man. I just need to see the love. I need to see the support. I need to see the engagement. So drop in the comments what y'all think. Without further ado, man, we out.